Hey y'all, this is Kiwan. I am back with another episode of Married to Medicine Season 11, Episode 3, Settle Up Cowgirl. Y'all, before I start, um, I am going to ask, pretty please, with a cherry on top, to like, comment, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell button so you can be notified on when I drop my videos. So this episode is probably going to be short because this was another filler until everybody get to the trip next week. So the episode starts with they doing the different montages of, the doctors, Dr. Jackie, and then they swap over to Dr. Simone and Cecil, and their kids are nasty. Okay, their kids are nasty. So we get to Quad's house, and Quad man pull up with a nice Rolls Royce for her. And y'all, Quad and her man is cute. Okay, Quad may not be my favorite person, but I'ma always give credit to where it's due. He looked like he's a nice guy. He is nice looking though. Miss Quad, you got it. He he is a nice looking man. Okay, um, they just look cute together. So we find out that production actually asked Quiet, did she, about having kids with him, and she wants to have kids with him. Um, and so Quiet is wanting to start the IVF treatment, and I think that that would be good for her. I think that this is well deserving for Quad. Um, because we know she wants to have kids, but timing wasn't. It just y'all. If y'all went back to season 1 when she was with Greg, it just. I'm glad that they did not have kids together. I'm actually glad that they divorced. Um. So we meet with Toya. We see Toya and Eugene, and he is at his new medical office, and he is giving Avery medical lessons. And Toya is just she's so honest, but it comes off so crass. Um, she was asking Avery if Avery have wet dreams. Toya, please. And then she wanted to know if he had little public hairs on his little 12-year-old public self. Ma'am, we don't want to know that. Why are you asking him that on camera? That is so embarrassing. So Eugene was talking to Avery, medically. Like, I love to hear Eugene talk to the boys because Eugene is not as raw as Toya. He's, his verbiage is medical. So I can get with that. Um, Eugene actually started a wellness clinic for hormone replacement therapy, weight loss, etc. And I just feel like that's good. He said because working in the ER was a bit much. And y'all remember when he worked in the ER, he was so stressed out, him and Toya. It was just causing a rift in their relationship. So I'm glad. Kudos to Eugene. I pray that his practice boom, that it's just an overflow of people. And I know he said he wanted to start slow, but Eugene, he just seemed like me. He's good. He's good people all around. So I just feel like good should be happening to him, especially with his private medical practice. Anyway, we get back to Simone and Cecil. Charlotte over at Michael and Miles's apartment to help these grown boys clean their house. And she walked in and there was immediately a smell. And Cecil was like, we showing them how to clean. Y'all ain't never showed them how to clean up. So it seems to me that Cecil was probably doing all the cleaning because I'm sure Simone did not hire a maid. Simone was probably always working. Cecil was home doing everything else. And one of the things was cleaning up behind those boys. They then talk about Quad. She tells him that Quad has a boyfriend, and then she constantly says how Quad is doing the same thing, how Quad doesn't let them in on their life. And I was just like, Simone, Quad don't owe y'all nothing. The problem I have with Simone is she feels like she's entitled to Quad's life. I understand, and Quad is not my favorite, but not even Simone. But the way y'all treat her is terrible. It is terrible. Um, but if Quad goes off, and when I say go off, I mean step away from the ladies. I do understand why, because they don't treat her like friends. I also feel like the only reason they apologized to her was because the season was getting ready to start and they had to film with her. I just don't think that they were genuine. I really feel like they were all being disingenuous. Maybe Heavenly, but I this time I'm gonna give Heavenly some grace. I think when it comes to her and Quiet, I think she really likes Quiet, but I think everything else is just surface level. Even with Heavenly, her relationship with these ladies are surface level. But um, you know, that's just my take on it. And then after Simone and Cecil cleaned the house, they didn't do a look around the house, but that house still didn't look clean. Um, in the next scene, we meet the peanut gallery, and they're all at Contessa's house. So the peanut gallery consists of Contessa, Phaedra, and Sweet Tea. And I like Sweet Tea. I like Sweet Tea. I just don't like the fact that Contessa and Phaedra are her friends. I feel like I'm sorry, T needs her own set of friends. Like, they really need to get rid of some of these other people, Jackie. They need to get rid of some of these other people and bring somebody on Heavenly, and bring, some people on that's going to make this show pop. It really needs to change. Something needs to change. Um, so they talk about Heavenly, but Contessa, she's saying that Heavenly done X, Y, and Z to her. You were the one who gave Heavenly your information when you were so mad at Scott. And then when Heavenly put it out there, you got mad. You cannot get mad. You gave her your T2 spray. But I also feel like at that time, Heavenly was trying to help you get out a situation that she thought you wanted to get out of. But then you flipped it all the way around and tried to make it seem like it was her. I cannot stand women like that. Don't come to me. Don't come tell me nothing. If you're in a relationship that's hurtful to you and I'm telling you, hey, as a friend, you need to walk off, but you don't. And not only do you not walk off, you get mad at me for telling you the truth. Like, please. Anyway, Sweet Tea arrives at Contessa's house, and Phaedra is saying, y'all, I'm sorry. Look at my notes. Phaedra told Sweet Tea she giving Walona Woods. But y'all, first of all, we're not even finna play Walona rest in peace and shout out to Walona, because she was that girl back then. She had the body, she had the style for the era she was in. Baby, Walona was that girl. But this was funny. I said, my Lord. Um, they told Sweet Tea about Quad's man in a party. And what I did not like is how T got in her confessional and she was like, oh, praise the Lord, just kind of shading Quad because Quad have a man. And it's like, this is why beef is starting. Because at some point you have to let that go too. All you had to say was, you know what? I'm happy for her. Although we may not be on the same page, I'm happy for her. But you are okay with allowing production to set you up. However, I did see that she did not really talk about the ladies that bad. She didn't go in on nobody, but you know, that little bitty piece. But you know what though? You know what? I'm gonna say this. at this point, it is what it is because Quad, yeah, you be talking about that lady anyway, and I don't understand what the beef is. I don't. So y'all, we get to Heavenly Smiles, and her son is shadowing her. He's in medical school. He's interning in her office, and y'all, this is what we call not just the resources that you have within yourself when you have the access and you can provide that for your kids. This is what's up. I wasn't mad at Heavenly because her son interned at her job. You know, I do understand. Like, I was all for Heavenly, letting him know, hey, listen, I am not mommy. I am Dr. Kynes. I was here for that because you cannot go around calling this lady mommy. And so she was, letting, just saying, like, I'm not used to people talking back to me. When I say something, they do it. And so it's a different transition with her son because he's talking back. And she said, listen, anybody else would have got a pink slip. She gives him grace because that's her son. And I'm not mad at that. And I'm especially not mad to see somebody who looks like me give their children opportunities to grow and not have them to struggle. I don't like that, especially when you're not struggling. So we flash over to Dr. Jackie. I like Dr. Jackie. She is one of the best doctors. But we still didn't forget, ma'am, about what you had to say about, some of us crying wolf. Um, and I just want to know if you have patients that are less rich. I don't want to use the P word, but that that's on Medicare, Medicaid, blah, blah, blah. Do you only have celebrity clients? Do you have regular uncelebrity clients? I know that's not the word, but I'm just saying uncelebrity clients. Do you have them, Dr. Jackie? Listen, because I would want Jackie or Simone to be my doctor. Now, for I really would want, I don't know which out of which one, but I would want both ladies to be my doctor. So all the ladies get the cute little invite to the trip. Um, Heavenly read, everybody read the message. Heavenly said, y'all, she said, the dusty hoes are the ones that's giving the trip, y'all. I hollered. I'm sorry. I don't like Heavenly. Heavenly is not my favorite person. However, I will give her credit when it's due. And when she says something funny, I'ma laugh. So, child, Apollo makes his a cameo to come pick up his kids. We find out Toya was being nosy because she feel like Phaedra just keep a bunch of secrets. But y'all been knew this about Phaedra. Phaedra been tight-lipped since Atlanta. She's gonna be tight-lipped after she leave this season and go over to Atlanta for this upcoming season. She's still gonna be tight-lipped. I don't know what y'all surprised about. It is what it is. Um, so in the next scene, Sweet Tea talks to her sister. I'm gonna start calling her Letitia because that is her name. Okay, I'm not no longer gonna call her Sweet Tea. So Letitia talks to her sister about throwing her a Coming to America baby shower, and y'all, her sister is pregnant. Um, it does put pressure. T says, so Letitia says it does put pressure on her, but nobody's putting pressure on you but you. Nobody. I don't even think anybody's doing it because everybody knows your situation. So it would be cruel of them to put pressure on you, but you're the only one putting all of this heavy amount of pressure on you. Greg walks in, and then they talk about her having a lot of pelvic pain and a lot of menstrual pain. And so Letitia asked him, how long do they get to try? And Greg says about 2 years. He says that he needs to be realistic about what he can do because Greg is an older guy. I want to say Greg is almost 60 or probably in his younger 60s. And let's be clear, don't nobody want to roll around with some little baby in their 60s. Like, no. This is what happens when you decide to date an older gentleman and you're crying. And I get it, but if it's that bad where it's hurtful to your body, you probably really, really should think about adoption. There are a lot of kids out there. You can even get a baby, a little baby that wants adoption, but everybody wants that thing where they want to carry a baby in their stomach. But sometimes pregnancy can be harmful to a mother. Even though we have all of this equipment, all of this medical access and equipment, it still can be harmful to a woman. You're having way too many problems, and sometimes it may not be in the cards for you. It may not be what God wants for you. And sometimes you just have to be okay with that. It's going to take time. And I feel like that's another level of grief. But, you, it, I want to say something without saying being rude, but it's unfortunate for her. I hate that she's having these issues. She's such a beautiful, young, nice woman, but you know, sometimes you just can't. It's just not in the cards. It's not. Everybody's journey is different, but I do wish her the best. I really do. Just like Quat, I wish them the best on their pregnancy journey for them wanting to be a mother. You know, and she said that she feels really pressured by the timing, basically by the timing that he's given her. And so he was so sympathetic to her, and he tells her that that's why he didn't want to tell her his timing, because he didn't want to put any pressure on her, and he didn't want her to feel the pressure. And y'all, listen, I don't care what people are saying. This man truly loves this woman. There is a care that he has for her that he did not have for the last person. And I'm not trying to, compare the two, because there's no comparison. All I'm saying is, as you get older, you learn different, you grow, and you change. So their relationship is really different, and I really like it. So we get back to Heavenly's home. Her daughter is back. She is so cute. Um, Heavenly said that Phaedra, because that's what she called her, Phaedra, was being messy and was asking her about her and Contessa beefing. Heavenly said she thought that they were good, but of course, Contessa is not over it. And I'm like, why are you here? Anyway, so we get after that, I just kind of check out. Everybody meet at the airport. Everybody fly together. They have two vans taking them on to the glamping trip. And then this is the most I heard Jackie talk, because she started praying. And child, this filler has ended, and the show will pick up next week. That's all I got. I will see y'all in the next one.